All right, everybody. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to eat throughout the day. So I know it sounds a little bit basic, but this is not basic because this is more to the strategy on how you can lose weight faster. And this is a great way to eat throughout the day to lose weight and get fit. So I want you to take your numbers that you just went over regarding your proteins, carbs, and fats. So whatever that might be. So as mentioned, I do 75 carbs, 150 grams of protein, and then 50 grams of fat. Depending on your ideal body weight that we just went over, right? So what we're trying to do here is just create a meal plan that involves 5 meals using these numbers. So that means if we're going to have 5 meals throughout the day, we divide 150 by 5. We can do 75 by 5 and 50 grams of fat by 5, which means, in each meal, we're going to have 30 grams of protein. And then if we divided 75 by 5 meals, that's only 15 carbs. And then if we divide 50 grams of fat by 5 meals, that's 10 grams of fat. Now, what I like to do is that because 15 carbs is not a lot for each meal, what I'll do is have my first 3 meals with my carbs. So I'll divide my carbs by 3 because we'll be doing 3 meals. So that'll mean we'll do 25 carbs. And that's 3 meals, right? So, okay, so this is what we'll do. 30 grams of protein in each meal, 25 carbs in the first 3, and then aim for 0 carbs in the last 2 meals. And then we'll have 10 grams of fat in each meal. So this is what it kind of looks like when we break this thing down. So I like to have my breakfast around 9 o'clock. And now your times might be a little different. Like you might have your breakfast at 6 a.m. or it might even be 10 a.m. or whatever. But just to make things easier and just to give you a clear example, I have my breakfast at 9. Then at noon, I have my first lunch. Then at 3, I have my second lunch. Then I have an early evening meal at 6. Then a late evening meal at 9. And so this is throughout the day. And this is what I'll typically do. So the first 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and second lunch, will have all of my carbs. And again, we'll stick to the proteins and fats as usual. So we'll have 30 grams of protein, 30 grams of protein, 30 grams. And this is steady all day long in all 5 meals. So my first 3 meals will have all my carbs. So we'll have 25 carbs, 25 carbs, 25 carbs. Then we'll aim for 0 carbs in the later meals. But as long as they're low carb meals, that's fine. But we'll aim for 0 if possible. And so then we'll have 10 grams of fat in each meal, which is plenty of fat in case you decide to use like a fatty protein like salmon for lunch or even chicken thighs or a steak. So having some fat in your daily routine will give you that kind of flexibility. So this is why I don't do a low fat diet. Like 50 grams of fat, that's medium. But, some people might say 20 or 30 grams of fat all day long is what you need. But, 50 grams of fat is just enough. So that way, if you want serving a salmon for lunch, you can have that. Otherwise, you're having chicken breast all day long, and that's not always great. But the point of this video is I want to just clarify what I do with my carbs. And so a general rule of thumb is at 4 p.m., have less carbs to 0 if possible. So have all of your biggest calories in the morning and at noon, in the early afternoon, I guess you could say, and then in the early evening to late evening, have 0 carbs. And so the strategy behind this is that at noon is when your metabolism is at its highest, and then when the sun goes down later in the evening, your metabolism is at its slowest. So if you're the type of person that's skipping breakfast and then you're having a big meal for dinner right before bed, that could be one of the reasons why you're gaining weight. But in order to lose weight, you want your first 3 meals with the most calories as possible. And at noon is you just know this is your peak time. So not only that though, we got carbs throughout the day. So that way you have energy and you also have good moods going on. You have lots of serotonin running around in your brain. So you feel really good all day long. So you want to get all your calories in at this point of the day. And then as the evening goes on, take in less and less So you have lots of time to burn off the calories and carbs that you took in during the day, puts you in a great mood. And then especially if you go to the gym at night, say after work at 6 or 7 or 5 or whatever, you have energy from all these carbs you already had. So eating a lot during the day is going to help boost your metabolism, give your body the nutrients it needs to build protein, gives you the carbs to have energy. So lots and lots of benefits to just keep your nutrient dense meals right here. So, and then also, like again, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, when people start to crash, you're going to have the energy to just keep going and feeling great. So like this is just the best rhythm for a diet. So I mean, and this will all eventually interchange a little bit if you want to. Like for instance, if you want more fats in your breakfast, then you could just take out your fats. So I'll show you how to do all that, swapping out meal plans, etc. But this is just a good map to just kind of stick to this. So if you're trying to make your first diet plan, and again, I have like diet plans you can just follow and copy, but I'm just saying if you want to sit down, make your own diet plan and figure this out, like I show you how to start plugging in all these numbers. But this is just a good rhythm to stick to losing weight, keeping your energies levels up and burning fat. But like this is what it would be like a great ideal way to go. And just before I let y'all go, like just to show you really fast, like in your meal plans, like for instance, like got a protein shake with 7 carbs in it. Like if you have 7 carbs after your workout, you work out at 5 o'clock at night, you know, that's okay. But again, like also here, like Greek yogurt, 18 grams of protein, 7 carbs. Like I'll have this yogurt like at 6 o'clock at night. There's still 7 carbs in it. So I mean, at least it's not like 40 grams or 20 carbs of, you know, 20 grams of carbs or 22, as long as it's not high carbs, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you can aim for 0, even if it's 7 or 10, it's still less than 25. So it's still a low carb trend. So that's what we want to do here is just create a meal plan to where your biggest meals are throughout the day. So you have lots of energy, you feel great, and then you have lots of time to burn off these calories as you're, you know, working or walking or just doing your daily life. And then obviously you go to bed at night. But this is just a great meal plan to show you to keep your biggest meals during the day and then have lesser meals at night. And again, like these late night meals are still cool snacks. Like you can have eggs with cheese, etc. So, but if you're having big meals throughout the day, having small snacks at night, you know, you're not going to want to keep eating big meals like all day long. So you've already had 3 big meals throughout the day. So there's a rhythm to this as to why it's going to make you feel good and have lots of energy. And if you try this out, you're going to experience lots of tremendous benefits with your health, and you'll start burning fat, feeling great. And I'm going to show you everything and how to plug in these numbers to create your own diet plans, or just follow along with these diet plans I have for you. So anyways, I just want to explain to you the great rhythm, how to lose weight, have all your bigger meals through the day, and have smaller meals at night. So I hope you enjoyed this tip. This is huge when it comes to keeping your body a burning fat engine. So you want to keep on a rhythm all day long. And also don't think that skipping a meal is going to help you out. So I mean, we're already in a calorie dense diet already. So skipping a meal is not going to help you. It's just going to subtract nutrients that you need to keep your body going. So don't think skipping a meal is going to help you out. Stick to the rhythm of the beat. And so that way you can just continuously burn fat all day long because your body likes rhythm and routine. So get on a great routine. Your body's going to enjoy it, and so will you. So follow some of this advice and you'll start feeling great. See you in the next video.